Tonight on News Around the World, President Tinubu seeks legislative approval for fresh 2.2 billion US dollars external borrowing plan. Or your government to commission 11 megawatts independent power project. On the foreign scene, Ukrainian president urges Europe to push Russia harder in over peaceful conflict resolution. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on News Around the World here on BCOS television. I am Idowu Shekoni, and the sign language interpreter is Shakirat Ogundechi. President Bola Tinubu has written to the National Assembly to seek the approval of a fresh 2.2 billion US dollars for a new external borrowing plan in the 2024 Appropriation Act. The president's request was contained in a letter read by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, today at the plenary. If approved, the loan will be used to part finance a budget deficit of 9.7 trillion naira for the 2024 budget. The president has also forwarded the 2025 to 2027 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework, MTEF, and the Fiscal Strategy Paper, FSP, to the National Assembly for consideration and approval. President Tinubu also forwarded the National Social Investment Program Establishment Amendment Bill, which intends to make the social register the primary tool for the implementation of the federal government's social welfare programs. President Bola Tinubu has endorsed the creation of the Global Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty, initiated on Monday by the leaders of G20 nations. Tinubu, while speaking on Monday at the 19th G20 Leader Summit opening session in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, described the alliance as pivotal in the global fight against hunger and poverty. According to the statement by Bayo Ononuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, the move was championed by President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva of Brazil. At the Council, President Tinubu also made a strong case for Nigeria's membership of the United Nations Security Council, saying the country has the capability to represent Africa in the Council. The President lauded the initiative and described it as the right step to address one of the world's most significant challenges. President Tinubu also likened the global initiative to one of the 8 priority areas he outlined at his inauguration 18 months ago, expressing Nigeria's eagerness to adopt international best practices to advance economic development. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State and his Osun State counterpart, Ademola Adeleke, have knocked the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, for saying the APC would take over Oyo and Osun states after winning Ondo State on Saturday. Speaking with journalists in Akure on Sunday after the Independent National Electoral Commission declared the APC candidate Lucky Aiyedatiwa as winner of the Saturday governorship election in Ondo State, Ganduje had declared that the APC aims to achieve political homogeneity of the Southwest by further displacing the People's Democratic Party from Oyo and Osun states. But reacting on Monday, the Oyo State Governor Makinde described Ganduje's assertion as wishful thinking, while Osun Governor Adeleke cautioned the APC national chairman against anti-democratic utterances and plots to destabilize the Southwest. The Oyo governor, through his chief press secretary, Dr. Sulaiman Olanrewaju, in a conversation with the press, said the government and the Oyo PDP would not surrender the state to the APC. Olanrewaju said the Oyo governor aligned with a statement by the acting publicity secretary of the Oyo PDP, Michael Bushino, who tackled Ganduje over the takeover plot. The Oyo government would soon commission an 11 megawatts independent hybrid power project believed to enhance socio-economic development and security of the state. The State Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Professor Musiba Batunde, gave the hint during the 2025 budget breakdown session held at the conference room, Ministry of Finance, Secretariat Ibadan. Details are presented by Governor's Office correspondent Olalekan Sulaiman.
The state government, through the Ministry of Budget and Planning, on Tuesday hosted newsmen and other relevant stakeholders during a press conference. The main objective of the program was to give the breakdown analysis on how the 2025 proposed budget will be executed. Addressing newsmen at the event, the State Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Professor Musbah Babatunde, gave assurance that the state hybrid power plant will provide power to some government facilities within Ibadan, the state capital, while presenting the review of the 2024 budget and breakdown of the 2025 budget estimates. Professor Babatunde, who gave assurance that the budget impact will be felt by the people of Oyo State, said that the 2025 budget estimates were prepared, taking due cognizance of the Agenda 2040 roadmap for sustainable development 2023 to 2027.
We don't just want to implement budget that will not bring about multiplier effects into the economy. We want to have budgets or projects that will bring about substantial returns to the economy of Oyo State, which we have direct linkage into the welfare of our people.
Professor Babatunde, while calling for cooperation of every stakeholder, emphasized that the state government will only target tax evaders and interstate truck to further improve its internally generated revenue, IGR. According to AIM, out of the proposed 2025 budget, the capital expenditure will get a total of 443 billion naira at 50.59%, while recurrent expenditure will go 335 billion naira at 49.41% of the total budget.
And the wisdom of Governor Seyi Makinde, realizing the fact that he doesn't just want to have just projects that just for the fun of projects, and he wants adequacy in terms of project completion. So we have established just a project monitoring and performance agency, because we can monitor this set of projects, check out the quality of those projects, and check out the timely completions of the project.
Among the attendees of the event were the State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Prince Dotun Oyelade, Commissioner for Establishment and Training, Mr. Segun Olaiwola, Olalekan Sulaiman. This was news.
With a splash of golden terra oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile. Change no thanks into yes please. Resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms.
Even when you need to clear your eyes, even when you need to have the break time, even when you need to clear your eyes, even when you need to have the break time, if not see Papa Garita, Kivo Prima, Kivo Prima, Kivo Prima. Kivo Prima.
Good time moments with Kivo Creamer.
Kivo Prima. If not tea, Papa Garita. Kivo.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care for your shade of beautiful.
Sonia, tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia, tomato mix, of course. Sonia, tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia, tomato mix, stand up.
I'm in love. Oh, with you, of course, my darling.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch. Let me ask you a question. What's holding you back? Is it the pressure of your job, the demands of your education, or your ability to connect with the world? Is it the access to the right information? Are you lost? Is it your location, or where you live, or how far you are away from the opportunities? Maybe it's your language, your culture, or your traditions. Again, I ask you, what's holding you back?
Unlimited data from Airtel 5G Smart Connect. Whoever, wherever you are, stay connected. Stay limitless. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Welcome back. Landlord and tenants in Oyo State should prioritize toilets in their houses, while well-meaning individuals should help with the construction of affordable toilets in the interior. That's what the views of the chairman of Oyo State Rural Water Sanitation Safety Agency, RWASA, Alhaji Babalola Fobaje, and the chairman of the State Assembly Committee on Environment, Honorable Benga Oyekola, while featuring on the BCOS Current Affairs program, Kutu High. Man Bode Akinjola compiled excerpts from the program. His report is presented by Bemisola Adebayo.
Featuring on the program, the chairman of Oyo RWASA, Alhaji Babalola Fobaje, noted there is a roadmap to ending open defecation in the state with support from UNICEF. He added that the strategy is being implemented currently in Ibarakwa East Local Government, Onwara, and Egbeda Local Government, while others will follow suit.
Through the support of His Excellency, Engineer Shimakine has been very proactive in ensuring the message of open ODF is we get to the house of our people, particularly in the rural areas.
The chairman, Oyo RWASA, noted that the Vision 2028 of ending open defecation is being followed up with the provision of soft loan for house owners to construct toilets.
We went to the extent of making provision for soft loan through the intervention of some microfinance banks, giving loans to people to encourage them to construct their own toilets. The sample of the toilets we provided are very cheap to construct through the use of Satupan, which is provided by some international donor. So we are actually taking a very proactive step to ensure that we reduce the tendency of this open defecation.
Also featuring on the program, the chairman, Oyo Assembly Committee on Environment, Honorable Benga Oyekola, stated that there is a law prohibiting open defecation in the state.
There is already a law against open defecation. The House of Assembly has promulgated a law that frowns at open defecation.
He urged citizens and residents of the state to change their attitude and orientation towards the environment.
Those that are well-to-do in the society, especially from each compound, to look back at their old compound and please assist those that are living there currently with modern toilets.
As the world celebrates World Toilets Day, it becomes important for all and sundry to make availability of toilets a health priority.
There is a need for people to continue to support the Oyo State government. The Oyo State government, the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, in its effort to reduce open defecation in the state. The Commissioner for Environment and Natural Resources, Architect Abdul Mojib Mugbojubola, stated this at the Stakeholders Sensitization Program on the 2024 World Toilet Day. BCOS reporter Olamiposi Ishola completes the story.
This year's World Toilet Day was organized at a time the country mostly battling with various epidemic and pandemic diseases associated with poor hygiene and open defecation. In Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources organized a roadshow and sensitization program to mark the day.
Ìmọ́tótó ló lè ṣẹ́gun àrùn gbogbo. Ìmọ́tótó ló lè ṣẹ́gun àrùn gbogbo. Ìmọ́tótó ilé, ìmọ́tótó ara, àtàyíká wa. Ìmọ́tótó ló lè ṣẹ́gun àrùn gbogbo.
In this message, the Commissioner for Environment and Natural Resources, Honorable Abdulmajid Mogojibola, said the ministry under his watch will not relent in its efforts towards reducing open defecation in the state. The commissioner was represented by the chairman Ruwasa Oyo State, Alhaji Afobaje, seek continued support from the relevant stakeholders to tackle the menace.
The theme of this year, Toilet, a place of peace, highlights the profound connection between access to adequate sanitation and the peace and dignity it brings to individual, families, and communities. A toilet is more than a necessity. It is a symbol of health, safety, and respect.
Some stakeholders, including council chairmen, market leaders, and community leaders, lauded the Ministry of Environment for taking bold steps towards reducing open defecation in the state.
In Akinyele local government in particular, the efforts that we are putting in to ensure that we reduce, if not totally eradicate completely, the habit of open defecation, which is what toilet day signifies, which is provision and the access to toilet facilities by the people of the community. The local government wants to ensure that we collaborate and engage our people very well, such that we put a stop to open defecation in order to provide the cholera outbreak in the subsequent years.
The event also featured short drama presentation and foundation laying of the toilet at the Ojo area of Akinyele local government. Olamiposi Ishola, BCOS News.
Especially for me. My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care for your shade of beautiful.
How will I face this crowd? With Tom Tom, no Lily. Let's do this.
Stay confident and stay focused. Breathe for it with Tom.
Glad to know you're still there. The Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, has been commended for its pivotal role in driving messages that promote the survival and development of children and women in Oyo State. This commendation was given during a courtesy visit by the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, Social and Behavior Change (SBC) team to the corporation. Our reporter, Adiola Ladili, has the details.
United Nations Children's Fund Social and Behavior Change team, led by the SBC specialist, Lagos Field Office, Mrs. Aderonke Akiola Akinwole, visited the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State to strengthen collaboration and highlight the corporation's importance in their advocacy efforts. Stating the purpose of the visit, Mrs. Akiola Akinwole appreciated BCOS for being a strong partner in promoting activities aimed at improving the survival and well-being of women and children, while recognizing the media's critical role in influencing positive social change. She stated that the corporation would play a pioneering role in the upcoming UNICEF SBC initiatives in Oyo State.
Just like the partnership has evolved over the years into a beautiful partnership. We are also seeking for more collaboration, helping us disseminate messages that has to do with child survival.
In a response, BCOS Chairman Mrs. Dr. Olaiton reaffirmed the corporation's commitment to supporting UNICEF's advocacy programs. She pledged the corporation's readiness to work collaboratively in ensuring that messages focused on women and children survival reach every corner of the state.
We are quite elated and delighted that UNICEF has recognized BCOS input, broadcasting your endeavors and making it known to the target audience. This is what we do, and we are more than ready ever to do more.
The meeting had members of the BCOS management team in attendance. Adeola Oladele, BCOS News.
The United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund has expressed readiness to collaborate with the Borno state government to ensure the state is open defecation-free. UNICEF Manager of Water, Sanitation and Hygiene, Mamita Bora, made this known in Maiduguri, stating that the UNICEF is partnering the state government to launch the Open Defecation-Free Roadmap as part of activities to mark this year's World Toilet Day, November 19, 2024. According to her, the Borno state government has taken concrete steps to address open defecation through policy decisions and action, while UNICEF will continue to collaborate with the government to ensure that the state becomes open defecation-free. Mamita Bora said the UNICEF will continue to collaborate with the state government to implement the ODF roadmap, especially as it will contribute to achieving the shared vision of improving health, nutrition, and education outcomes and contribute to economic development for children. Women have been charged to continue to lift one another up in order to create a network of support that foster growth, confidence, and success. The wife of the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Tamunominini Makinde, gave the charge during this year's Oyo State International Women's Day celebration held at a popular event center in Ibadan, the state capital. Details are presented by Governor's Office correspondent Olaliko Sulaiman.
It was a remarkable celebration as women across the zones of Oyo State converged on a popular event center in Ibadan to celebrate this year's International Women's Day. The event with the theme, Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress, was put together by the Oyo State government through the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Inclusion. Address, the wife of the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Tamunominini Makinde, charged women to keep breaking barriers, build bridges, and creating a world where women are empowered in every sense of the word, noting that when women support one another, they form an unbreakable bond that can weather any storm. Earlier in her address, the State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Inclusion, Mrs. Toyin Balogun, urged women to position themselves to take advantage of the many social welfare schemes and social intervention programs lined up to scale up their welfare. The Commissioner further explained that adequate arrangements have been made to capture the concerns of women and vulnerable in the society in their Oyo State 2025 budget.
For those of you who have an ongoing business concern, just write your business proposal. Look at those areas where the government of Governor Seyi Makinde can support your business. through the ambits of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Inclusion, next year is going to be a year of upliftment for the women of Oyo State.
In their various remarks, a former Speaker of Oyo State House of Assembly, Senator Monsura Sumonu, the wife of the Speaker of Oyo State House of Assembly, Mrs. Olamidun Ogundoyin, the Chief Judge of Oyo State, Justice Iyabo Yerima, represented by Justice Olushola Adetujoye, and a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Chief Bose Adedibu, appreciated your unwavering support and empowerment women are enjoying under Seyi Makinde's administration. While acknowledging various challenges women are facing, they call on government at all levels to invest in women and girls in order to unlock their full potential and create a brighter future for the women for.
We women, let us start encouraging ourselves. If we can pull all our resources together, we will get there. Because Lagos State, they've done it. Woman was the deputy governor. Osun State, they've done it as another state. So in Oyo State, we are going to do it.
The highlight of the event was a raffle draw in which some of the women present went home with valuable gifts, such as shops at the new Baggy Market, Ibadan, while other valuables were also distributed. Olalekan Sulaiman, BCOS News.
Similarly, in a bid to raise awareness and celebrate women and the girl child, women from various sectors in Oyo State convened for the Gender-Based Violence and Women Representation Stakeholders Banquet. The event, organized by the wife of the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Tamunominini Makinde, was to commemorate the 2024 International Women's Day. Our reporter, Adiola Ladile, who was at the Government House, Agodi, Ibadan, has the details.
The banquet served as both a social and sensitization platform to raise awareness and amplify voices against sexual and gender-based violence, SGBV, affecting women and children in Oyo State. Commemorating the 2024 International Women's Day, the event also aligned with the advocacy goals of the Global 16 Days of Activism for Violence Against Women, observed annually from November 25th to December 10th. In her remarks, the wife of Oyo State Governor, Engineer Tamunominini Makinde, described the gathering as an opportunity to remind women of their strength and the importance of realizing their full potential. She also expressed a gratitude to Governor Seyi Makinde for his tireless efforts in creating an enabling and safe environment for women and children in the state.
I want to say thank you, Governor, for empowering our women to start up new businesses and all that he has been doing to fight against gender-based violence, the voice of women, strengthening young girls going to school, and not leaving any child behind scheme, and all that he's doing to make sure that even the ones on the streets are cared for.
Delivering a welcome address, the Oyo State Head of Service, Mrs. Olubumi Oni, praised the First Lady for her ongoing dedication to tackling issues of SGBV in the state. In a similar vein, the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Inclusion, Toyin Balogun, affirmed that the banquet was not only a celebration of women's achievements, but also a call to elevate their voices in the fight against SGBV.
This kind of an avenue and opportunity to review our activities during the course of the year, the challenges we faced, our daily fight against the menace of sexual and gender-based violence. It's also an opportunity for us to come together to collaborate, to review our activities and then make projections for those identified lapses and challenges. How we'll be better able to surmount them in the year ahead.
The gathering also featured discussions led by stakeholders such as the Oyo State Commissioner for Special Duties, Alhaja Joke Fausat Soni, who stressed the importance of investing in the girl child and equipping them with the skills to protect themselves and thrive in society. The officer in charge, Legal and Prosecution, Oyo State Police Command, CSP Olufunke Fawole, also highlighted the need to create safe environments for women and girls to ensure their security and well-being.
When it comes to protection of women and their safety, we have to know that, first of all, recognize them as our own person. We see them as equal gender. We can't say, okay, male is superior, female is superior. We should see them as counterparts, which will enable them to assist each other.
Other notable attendees included the wife of the Deputy Governor, Mrs. Ajibola Lawal, Oyo State Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Wasilat Adegoke, the wife of the Speaker of Oyo State House of Assembly, Mrs. Olamidu Ogundoyin, among others. Highlights of the event included a creative presentation by students of St. Anne's College, Molete Ibadan, as well as a dance performance. Adiola Oladele, BCOS News.
The Civil Service Commission has concluded arrangements for the conduct of computer-based test (CBT) for applicants who successfully logged into the state government job portal for the ongoing recruitment process for the positions of Education Officer Cadre, Youth Development Officer and Assistant Cadre, Environmental Health Officer and Technologist Cadre, as well as Social Welfare Officer and Assistant Social Welfare Cadre. The tests have been scheduled for Monday 25th and Tuesday 26th November 2024 at Architect Bamidele Sampson CBT Center opposite the University College Hospital, UCH. CBTs for other cadres will be held at the University of Ibadan Distance Learning CBT Center at Jibode, Ibadan on Thursday, the 28th of November 2024. All applicants who applied with the parameters stated in the Civil Service Commission advert of October 7, 2024 and submitted applications appropriately should expect invites any moment, while they are expected to appear at the venue of the CBT with printed copies of your application form and invite slip. The Oyo State Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters has concluded arrangements for the conduct of computer-based tests, CBT, for ad hoc staff who successfully logged into the local government job portal for the ongoing recruitment process. The tests have been scheduled for Thursday, the 21st of November 2024 at the University of Ibadan Distant Learning Center, CBT Hall, Shasha Road, Ibadan. According to a release by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Mr. J.O. Ajagbe, candidates in Batch 1 comprising administrative officers, building and quantity surveying officers, agricultural officers, land surveyors, information officers, as well as estate and valuation officers will have their CBTs at halls A, B, and C by 8 a.m. Candidates in Batch 2, comprising environmental health officers and data processing officers, will undergo their CBTs at halls A and C by 10 a.m. The release added that all ad hoc staff who applied and submitted applications appropriately should expect invites any moment, while they are expected to appear at the venue of the CBT with printed copies of their printout and notification. The Oyo State House of Assembly has urged the executive arm of government to continue comprehensive contract tracing and health surveillance in Shaki West, Iwajowa, and Kajola local government areas. This was part of the resolution of the State House of Assembly following a matter of urgent public importance. The state called for more deployment of additional resources and establishment of Lassa fever screening centers in affected areas to assist with early detection, treatment, and isolation of cases, and in reducing the risk of community transmission. The Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, under the leadership of its chairman, Mrs. Dotun Olaitan, has pledged support to Ibadan Mega Voice IMV, a coalition of Ibadan-born media practitioners who committed to the development of their fatherland. Mrs. Olaitan gave the assurance during a courtesy visit by the association to the corporation as part of activities marking their second-year anniversary.
Ibadan Mega Voice, IMV, is a conglomerate of Ibadan-born media professionals who came together 2 years ago to serve as a voice for the development and progress of Ibadan. As part of the ongoing activities marking its second anniversary, the president of Ibadan Mega Voice, Comrade Kola Olomide, represented by the vice president, Comrade Tuja Borishade, led members to the management of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State to intimate them about the association's activities. Comrade Aborishade commended BCOS for its consistent leadership in the state media landscape and for serving as a training ground for many media practitioners. He further solicited the corporation's support in promoting the advancement of Ibadan, Oyo State, and Nigeria at large.
We're very glad indeed to the executive for hosting us. We also like to appreciate the entire management, for the camaraderie they extended to us.
Welcoming the team, the BCOS chairman, Mrs. Dr. Olaiton, assured the association of the corporation's support, particularly in areas such as training, manpower development, and networking. Mrs. Olaiton